And we sure did save the best for last.
That's so sweet.
I know, and I missed you so much. So why don't you tell the people who you are?
Hey, people. I think I'm supposed to talk into this thing. My name is Ashley Francis. I am a CPA in Seattle, and as you can see, we are in Seattle and it is raining, which I know is a big surprise, but it happens here. And I specialize in ultra high net worth individuals, their family groups, trusting the states, and also AI. So we could talk about any of those things, but if you ask me about like Schedule C deductions, I will pretend to not hear you.
So Ashley is the current tax accounting, everything in this industry AI queen. So everybody recognize.
Just spoke from Microsoft.
I did.
That is mind-blowing. Incredible.
I still am not quite sure that actually happened. Like I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna be like, haha, you were really here. But it was amazing though, because going into it, I was really nervous because I don't. There's always people out there who know more than you do.
Yeah.
Always. And these are all this was 6,000 people, and these are really heavy topics around like automation and building out your own apps and everything. So there were definitely people who were more technical than me, but the other thing was there were people who are new to all of this who were like, can I do it? And so for the folks who were new, who maybe didn't know if they could, if this was a thing for them, those are the folks that I was speaking to, because otherwise maybe they wouldn't try it, and then it'd be sad, right?
Because you've done a really good job of making it so accessible through your course.
Yeah.
And I admire it. I think that's wonderful.
Well, thank you. Yeah. The thing is...
Big fans.
So I have my course, and then I also have my newsletter, and the whole goal is that I think oftentimes as professionals, we think we can't do tech stuff because that's for software people,
right?
But we often work with the worst tech on the planet. We work with some really, really challenging software and come up with some really innovative solutions to work around it. So we're already kind of building out the tools that we need. Why don't we do it with things that are actually made for folks to who don't know how to code,
right,
but who want to try, who have problems. We have a lot of pain points we can solve. So it's fun.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna ask you the money question of TaxSnax because we may release this after, but we're in deadline time. So we have got to do this, and we've got to do it fast because she's got to get out of here.
We gotta get out of here. Yeah.
All right.
I just got 3 new K1s for a return that was already filed, so you know how that feels.
So, what is the craziest or weirdest thing that you've heard as a tax professional on social media that you can clear up for the general public like us?
Yes. So since I speak about trusts a lot, anything that I hear about trusts on social media is usually wrong. The biggest one that is usually brought up, they call these the TikTok trusts, are that if you put your assets and your income in a trust and then you transfer it out to yourself personally, it's no longer taxable because the way that it's distributed to you, that strips out the taxable income.
Right.
There is no magic trust like that. I'm sorry to disappoint people, but it does not exist. And
dang it.
it's not only it doesn't exist, it's not like the IRS doesn't know about it. They just issued a pronouncement, a memorandum about it, this doesn't work, please stop doing it. So that's one of the things that I think is going to be really interesting, especially as they start ramping up the audits.
Right.
Are these magic trusts where suddenly all of the taxable income disappears? I go to a lot of estate planning things. Let me tell you about estate planning attorneys. They love to argue about how not to pay taxes, estate or income taxes. They will argue, they will spend the whole time arguing with each other. if there was a way not to pay estate or income taxes, they would have argued their way into it by now.
Right.
Right. There are ways, but that one that like tax professionals don't know about it, or the IRS doesn't want you to know about it. Like the IRS literally has in its dirty dozen, please don't do this. It's not a thing. So they do want you to know about it, and they want you not to do it.
What happens if you do it? Like, what are the consequences from that?
Here's the funny thing about trusts. Okay, so you know how individuals, we have our graduated rates, and then you get to the top rate, and then you pay tax on that share of the income.
Right.
Trusts get to their top rate around $14,000.
Oh.
Yeah, really, really fast. So
Yeah.
you're talking about people who are shoving like a whole bunch of income into these trusts and then keeping it there.
Right.
And then pretending it's not taxable. So what's going to happen is that the IRS is going to come back and say, oh yeah, it is taxable. And not only is it taxable, you could have paid lower rates on this, but because you put it into a trust and then you trapped it there,
Right.
you're going to pay at the top tax bracket. Congratulations.
Oh.
And then penalties and interest.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoa. So that doesn't matter if it's like a revocable or living trust or whatever. It doesn't matter. Any trust.
Well, if it's a revocable trust, then oftentimes it's a grantor trust that passes right through to you. These aren't the trusts that folks are using.
Okay.
Because they also want it to be like, my creditors can't get to it.
Right.
So those are the self-settled spendthrift trusts where my creditors can't get to it. That's another thing that so this one isn't an IRS thing because that part of it isn't a taxable thing. This one is a state law thing, and there are only a few states that permit these self-settled spendthrift trusts.
Huh.
And what that means is like you put money in and you can't get it out again. Like you can't get it out, your creditors can't get it out. But the way that people are setting them up and using them, they're using them like their wallet that's just in a different bank account that has a different name on it. And that kind of like eliminates the creditor protection because creditors are like, I see you getting in there.
Yeah.
If you can get in there, I can get in there too. So states that permit these self-settled spendthrift trusts, which are often combined with these trusts that don't pay taxes for a magical combination of BS, they won't work if there's actual fraud or there's actual like trying to keep money away from creditors that you're accessing yourself.
Right.
Well, and the
Trusts
best,
are just,
yeah.
they're more confusing to me than they've ever been.
Every time I explain them, I love to talk about them, to explain them for folks. So they're
Yeah.
like, yes, I want to work on these tax returns. And every time I explain them, I get someone in the comments saying, okay, well, I'm never going to do a trust tax return again. I'm like, that's
Not what you're saying.
that wasn't my goal.
No.
My goal is like, just go into it with
Armed with knowledge?
armed with knowledge. Like, learn about how to do it right, read the instructions, learn what
Right.
the different things are, because trusts are a combination of tax law, like federal law, but they're also a combination of state law.
Right.
And those two often interplay with each other. But once you learn the terms, you learn how to read a trust document, they're really fascinating because they encapsulate the hopes and dreams of one human at one specific time who put their assets into this thing for the future to benefit somebody else or to protect their estate. So it's kind of like a story about somebody's life and their assets.
That's cool.
Well, my
Yeah.
favorite thing that she said was things that your tax professional doesn't want you to know. Like your tax professionals is the ops or something.
Right. Why wouldn't they want you to know these things?
Or the things the
Right.
IRS doesn't want you to know. And it
always
turns
that
out
As
they
if there's
told
a secret
you.
IRS menu somewhere where they're keeping all these things from us.
Yeah, they have a vault.
Yeah.
They keep it in the vault. Like, these are all of the tax strategies that the IRS figured out. And they're like, no, we're keeping these for ourselves.
someone?
For
The rich.
I can tell you with all honesty, as somebody who reads court cases, the IRS would know about all of these things because someone has tried some variation on it
Well, yeah.
and has gone to court and gotten audited and something like that.
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
It does.
yeah.
If you want to try to find that IRS secret menu, then you have to come to New Money Summit.
Please do.
And you have to come because you have to see the Queen. You have to see. Allison's going to kill me for that.
It's
No,
about, you know what,
apologize.
though? Yeah, no.
We can edit that in post. I'm just kidding. Well, you have to come see Ashley. So, Ashley, give us a little bit about what you are talking about and a good piece of pie.
You always tell me to be succinct, and I don't even know if I have succinct in my vocabulary. I just used it, but otherwise that's the only time you're going to see me do it. So I'm talking about AI, but in the practical sense, not in this like high-level flutin' sort of way, but like in how do you use it as a practitioner to save yourself time, money, headaches, all of the things that we kind of have all the time now as practitioners. Maybe that's just me. And then I'm also going to be talking about trust shenanigans, because whenever you have someone else's money, you have trust shenanigans. And then I am going to be presenting with a roommate on diversity, equity, inclusion. What's the belonging? That's
Yes.
right. Belonging. That's
It gets all of us. And if you say it
Right.
doesn't, you're lying.
You're lying.
You're lying.
yeah.
I know. Well, thank you for being here with us
We
today.
have one last question.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to ask
I
you about
know.
these soirees.
Yeah.
So at the end of the first 2 nights, we have 2 different mixers. As soon as you are done with our very last session, you're gonna walk out to first the Flamingo, then the Sunset Speakeasy. We're gonna hand you a drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, whatever you choose. Mind blowing. And then you're gonna mingle with our people. They'll get a chance to mingle with you. It's our instruction.
She's like,
wow, yeah.
I am so great that you're telling me all about
all
being
these things.
social. Like,
I know.
I feel like I established already that I'm a CPA.
don't tell the
okay.
people.
Everybody else is too.
Yeah. So
And-
like, how many like potted plants are you gonna have for me to hide behind?
At least 5.
Okay.
And
all
we'll
right,
make sure
all right.
they're like almost as
Are
tall as
they?
you.
Are they? That's not hard.
I
That's not
know.
hard.
That's what I was like. Yeah, like
Are they
5.
gonna be on theme for the?
I hope. Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope so. We're
Yeah.
trying to get the pink or the sexy soiree. So which one are you looking forward to most?
I know.
Oh my goodness. Every time you guys say sexy soiree, I'm like, oh, this feels
Silly.
like what they warned us about in our corporate training. You know what? I thought I don't wanna like spoiler alerts like Sabrina's outfit, but she posted a picture in Slack of her outfit.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, sorry, it was a Slack group.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Sorry.
didn't know. I
Now
thought it
you
was
just
in your-
told the entire audience that I don't have friends.
No, like that.
She totally does. She's just not in that Slack group.
No, I thought it was. Oh,
And it's super cute, and it's for the
Flamingo.
flamingo. Which
she has an outfit already.
She has an outfit already, and
like that.
I
Oh,
was
she
like,
is whooping y'all.
no. And then she was, I know. This is like I cannot like okay. You should see how Sabrina. I'm not this. Okay, hopefully she don't listen to this. She is the master at choosing party outfits. Her and Laurelyn, between
I
the
could
two of
see it.
I
them,
can see that.
there is no competition because they will just like post a whole bunch of options while I'm trying to figure out if like I have one thing, like if I wear this pink headband, does that qualify?
Yes.
And they get themselves ready like with time to make sure they have the right. So she already posted. I know she's gonna post like a couple more. Be like, this is super cute. So I'm already like,
You're ready.
I'm just gonna go with like a pink sequin jumpsuit
Yes. I love that.
if I could find one.
Love a good barb.
Actually, I saw one at Dillard's, which you can find on Amazon now at this point, I bet.
I was like, I don't know what a Dillard's is.
It's like a department store, like Macy's.
Okay.
You never heard of a Dillard's?
Is that just a
That's for a whole nother
Midwest thing?
podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have those here.
Oh, no, it was all sequin, long pants, spaghetti strap. It was incredible.
All right, so yeah, the flamingo.
Someone.
And then for the sexy soiree, I don't even, like, what is that theme? What do
It's
I
a
wear?
speakeasy.
A speakeasy.
So like dark, moody, 1920s,
Oh.
bootlegging. You know,
I am so confused. Like,
Prohibition.
have you ever seen me
Greatest
dress
guess.
myself? Like, I...
You look good.
yeah, just wear like something like black or sequiny or gold. you know,
so much pressure.
you've got
know.
time.
I'm already feeling
time.
so much pressure.
Well, we're gonna unpressure you
We'll send you
You're
some
and let
ideas.
you get back to your deadline.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd rather go
I
back to my
know.
deadline.
Oh,
It's like
feel
we'll send you
bad.
ideas of outfits.
We'll send you
yeah,
ideas.
No, I'd rather go back to my
Pressure me.
deadline than talk about fashion because that's so much easier, actually.
Yeah.
Well, how
That's fair.
about you lead us out?
I don't know what that means.
You
Just
you
say
lead us
goodbye.
out of the
We gotta
podcast
say goodbye for our last one
for our last one.
for 2020.
I don't know what that means.
Say goodbye.
Do
to
I just say
people.
goodbye?
And then see you real
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, you guys will see you soon. It is kind of sad this is the last one, though, right? But thanks for joining us, and I hope to see you in a pink sequined outfit too. Or I guess you don't have to wear the jumpsuit. You can wear any kind of pink sequined outfit.
Yeah. Don't steal hers.
No, I will let you guys know what I'm wearing, and then you can pick something that's not that.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all in a few
A
weeks.
few weeks, yeah. Oh, crazy.
So soon.
TaxSnax is brought to you by non-tax experts just like you.
So join us next week where we'll have some more snacks, some more tax, and a lot of little bits of information for you. Woo.